Hello, this is D, and I'm back with another video. Now, today we're going to talk about the Xbox Series sales as well as the Xbox Rog handheld, and we're also going to talk briefly about the future of Xbox. Now, some people are under the impression that this next Xbox hybrid console is going to be more a console than it is a PC, and that is not the case. Now, this next hybrid console is definitely going to be based off a PC. Now, how do we know this? It's kind of obvious when they allow you to play Steam games, Epic Store games, all of the PC storefronts you're able to play on the next Xbox console PC hybrid. Now, if it wasn't a PC, there is no way you'd be able to play PC games. Now, where the difference starts is that the next gen console from Xbox is going to have a backwards compatible chip in it that emulates the series hardware. So this is what allows them to play your Xbox console games. Now, they don't have the licenses for these games on PC, so they have to do emulation via hardware. And that's how we have a hybrid PC console from Microsoft. Now, I'm just going to go over to Windows Central, and like usual, I'll leave a link in the description down below so you guys can check it out for yourself. Now, Jess Gordon published this article, and he goes on to say the next Xbox is a PC. Well, sort of. Last week, we revealed that the next Xbox is essentially going to be a PC, and the Xbox Ally Windows 11 handheld is a testbed of sorts to figure out what aspects of the OS need to be improved for that universe. Microsoft is working to boost how Windows handles HDMI, video game shaders, and all sorts of additional things within the Xbox PC ecosystem. The Xbox Ally has already delivered some powerful gaming improvements to Windows 11 as part of this initiative, allowing apps like Xbox and eventually Steam to launch right from the login full screen mode, disabling the desktop environment to boost gaming performance, and more plans for other handhelds to get this software. Now, we already know that the MSI Claw has this software. My OG Rog Ally, I'm also running this software. And it's going to come to a majority, or I should say most, of the PC handhelds out there that are not Steam OS orientated. Even the Steam Deck, if you really want to, you can install Windows on it. I just don't see a lot of users doing that because the Steam OS, it's just really seamless. It's a great experience. In fact, it's the experience that you should be getting on the Xbox Asus ROG Ally. Now, unfortunately, the ROG Ally, it pretty much functions like a Windows PC handheld. Yes, you have the Xbox full screen experience, but you still get the prompts to update the things within Windows. You still get some errors. You still get blue screens of death. It still reminds you that it is a PC handheld device. Now, in my honest opinion, in order for this next generation PC hybrid to be successful, it has to have its own OS. There needs to be a distinctive Xbox OS on there that you don't have to deal with anything Windows related, that you're still getting the console experience that Xbox gamers come to expect. Now, I think it should also have a dual boot mode where you're able to also boot into the full screen experience and also have the ability to use it as a desktop. And Microsoft is pretty much confirming this here with this Windows Central article with their October 25 update that pretty much unifies the Xbox PC game development experience. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole article. Like I said, you can look in the description down below and I'll leave a link for the article, but they're updating the game input, which basically unifies all keyboard, mouse, and Xbox gamepads. And once again, this is telling you that this hybrid is going to be based on PC. Now, I think you're going to have the option, of course, to play with keyboard or with a controller, but nonetheless, it is going to be a PC at its core. And like I stated, the only reason that it's a hybrid, I should say, is that you're going to have the ability to play your backwards compatible titles via a backwards compatible chip. Now, they're going to run this in the series mode. And when it's running in a series mode, it's also going to have the advantage of taking use of the new hardware that's in this hybrid console. So it'll run your old Xbox Series games much better. And that's the way they're going to be able to run GTA 6. And I think this will also be a tool for them if they choose to launch their console in 2026. Now, the Xbox Game Package Manager is going to be there. They're going to support ARM64 and x64 executables. They're going to support cross-platform gaming runtime and a whole host of features. So they're pretty much going all out with PC. Now, Jess Gordon also said something very interesting over the weekend in his podcast. He believes that Xbox will be able to move 20 million units of this hybrid console. And I just don't see how that's the case. We know that Nintendo is breaking records with sales of their Switch 2. We know that the PlayStation 5 is breaking sales records. It's pretty much on pace to beating the PlayStation 4 at the same time span. So it's doing well, but the Xbox, it is not doing as well. Now, today I have some news from Millie A, and I had to do a little research who Millie A is because I've never heard of this person before. Now, as I look through his X account, I see that he actually covers stats. So we look up here, he says, working proudly within the entertainment and sports industry, stats crazy, no requests, please. And I saw that he's being followed by Gaming Tech. Mag is also following him. Colt is also following him. So I'm just going to go out and say that he probably has credible information. It looks like he covers a lot of stats. He has some of the stats of Ghost of Yotai. So we're just going to take him at face value for what he's saying here. Now, he goes on to say that the Xbox Series sales have reached just under 2 million units sold in 2025, as well as only 70,000 units sold of the Xbox Rog handheld. Now, the Xbox Rog handheld, I don't know why anybody expected this to sell well. First of all, it's a PC handheld priced at $1,000. Right there alone, that should tell you that it is a niche product. Now, I've been able to see some of the numbers, especially in my country, of how many of these units have been available at launch. Now, in Canada, about 6,000 to 7,000 units of the Xbox Rog handhelds were available at launch. I know it's in the high 20 to 25,000 units that were available in the States. And then of course you got to add the rest of the world. So that 70,000 units is not hard to believe. Now the 2 million units that Xbox has sold in 2025, we can pretty much find that number out by just doing the math. Last year, I believe they sold maybe 2.5 million consoles for the entire year, and their sales came out a couple of weeks ago. They said that they're down 29% year over year, and when you do the numbers, it pretty much lines up to where they are right now. Now, with that being said, and these numbers being the way they are, I just don't understand Jez's reasoning for thinking that Xbox will be able to move 20 million consoles. Now, I think the hybrid is a novel idea, and I think some people are going to be attracted to it. I'm not saying that nobody is going to buy that console, but I just don't think it's going to sell 20 million units in the first year. I think they're lucky if they sell 6 million units. Now, a way that they could increase perhaps some of the sales is to release the console in November of 2026. Now, we know that GTA 6 has been delayed till November 18th. Now, theoretically, if Xbox released this hybrid console, they could potentially get some sales from people that want to play the best version of GTA 6. Now, we know the PlayStation 5 Pro, unless Xbox releases their console in 2026, will have the best looking version. Now, in my opinion, that's their only card that they have to play, because if they come out in 2027, when the PlayStation 6 comes out, I just don't see them coming anywhere close to the PlayStation 6 sales. However, if they do launch a little bit ahead of the PlayStation 6, they could get some decent penetration, especially with the launch of GTA 6. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to happen, I don't know, but I think it would be a great idea for Microsoft to release this next generation console hybrid in November of 2026. Now, it would go hand in hand with their 25-year anniversary. So I think it's a good plan, and I really believe that's their only shot of having any type of relevancy for the next generation. Now, as far as it being a console or a PC, I pretty much laid out that it's going to be a PC. You saw the Jez Cornyn article. You know that he reports everything from Microsoft. So for those of you that are still in doubt whether it's going to be a PC or not, it's definitely going to be a PC. Where the hybrid comes in is the ability to play backwards compatible titles via a backwards compatible chip that will emulate the hardware. Anyways, I want to know what you guys think about all of this. Personally, 2 million units sold in 2025 so far is not a good look for Xbox, and it doesn't bode well for its future. The Xbox Rogue handheld, 70,000 units, I don't know what people were expecting. This is going to be a niche device. It's very expensive. There's lots of other PC handhelds out there. And once again, $1,000 PC handheld is very pricey. And in the economy being in the state that it is right now, I just don't see this as something a lot of gamers will pursue. Anyways, you guys, if you feel differently, let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think about the possibility of Xbox dropping their next hybrid console in November to coincide with GTA 6's launch. Do you think that would give them a decent chance at next generation? What are your thoughts on the 70,000 units sold worldwide so far of the Xbox Rogue handheld? Let me know in the comment section down below. And like I usually say, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys on the next one.